LipSense is very unique compared to other products we have tried and applied before. So here are some tips and tricks to get you the best application and longest wear from your LipSense. Make sure your lips are completely clean and dry before you apply your LipSense. Because LipSense molecularly bonds to your lips, if there's anything else on there, LipSense is going to bond to that instead of your lips, and it's not going to last as long. I do this with a warm wet washcloth lightly on my lips and then make sure they're dry before I start applying. Make sure you shake your LipSense up really well. You want to hear that ball moving in there. That is to get all of the particles and all the ingredients mixed up in here really well. Otherwise, it's not going to last as long and you're not going to get the right mix onto your lips. Make sure you are applying very thin layers of color each layer with your LipSense. When you pull out this wand, you see a bunch of product on there. You want to scrape all of that off and do very thin layers. Matte colors of LipSense in general can be a little bit trickier because they don't have that shimmer or frost to hide any imperfections. So some tips and tricks with those. With the light matte colors like Apple Cider here, you want to make sure your layers are especially thin. Now with dark matte colors like Mulled Wine, you want to actually do thicker layers. So when you pull out that applicator, this is the only exception to the thin layers. You actually don't want to scrape much more of that off with dark matte colors. Now with either of these, the tricks with any LipSense color, especially these, when you're applying, keep your lips like this the entire time until you apply glossy. The reason for that, these colors especially take longer to dry. When you have your lips apart and apply LipSense when it's still wet, if you relax, then the particles of the color are going to settle into these cracks. So keep your lips apart for the entire time. If you don't want to wait too long, because these colors can take longer to dry, up to a minute, you can pull out a blow dryer on the cool setting to help it dry faster. Your LipSense layers should not feel tacky at all between layers before you put the gloss on. Make sure they are completely dry. Especially before you put your glossy on, make sure all 3 layers are dry. When you put the glossy on, if you're doing it right and you waited long enough, the glossy applicator should still be white with no color on it. LipSense Gloss not only moisturizes your lips, but acts as a bodyguard to your LipSense color, protecting it. Make sure you apply plenty when you first apply to protect and moisturize your lips and lock in your color, and make sure you apply it throughout the day when your lips start to feel dry, and before and after meals to protect your color. LipSense is pretty awesome, but be aware that certain habits that you are doing may be aiding to breaking down the color, like biting your lips, constantly rubbing your lips together, and constantly licking your lips. Also be aware that oily foods might be breaking it down, or the pH of your saliva, the pH of your body, and certain medications you're on can affect the wear time of LipSense. If you are new to LipSense and you see your color flaking, you might be experiencing exfoliation. Not everyone experiences this, and how long you experience it depends on you and your body and your skin. What this is any waxy buildup from yucky, waxy products you may have been using before LipSense, and dead skin are coming off of your lips. No matter if you're using LipSense or not, when you stop using products with those yucky waxes in them, that wax is going to come off of your lips, and this is a very good thing. When you continue to use yucky, waxy products on your lips while your lips are trying to exfoliate that off, you're putting yourself into a never-ending cycle of exfoliation. You're adding to the buildup while the buildup is trying to come off, and your LipSense will continue to come off as well. Also be aware that other products you might be using on your lips are adding to the exfoliation process. For me personally, the Neutrogena bar soap is just too drying to remove my LipSense, so I stick with Oops. If your lips are dry, make sure you are drinking enough water. Although LipSense is very good for your lips, it's not going to cure dehydration, and your lips can be one of the first places that show you need to drink more water. If your lips are still very dry with exfoliation, try taking a break from the color. Just use the gloss, or you can use our lip balm. Coconut oil is also really good for your lips. I also will do a lip scrub just once a week, very lightly, just to get rid of any dead skin on my lips. Try these tips and tricks to get better wear from your LipSense, and I am always here to help you.